Howdy, audience. Well, here's kind of another nostalgic moment. There's been, about 3 cases so far where my sister Ellie hasn't withstood the test of time with me. That is, there's things that, I've reminisced with Ellie about that, she claims to not remember, but yet I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Let's go ahead and share this thrill with you all. When we were teenagers and that good stuff, I would, drive my, twin sisters around, Angie and Ellie, and if I remember right, I think I would drive them, to where they needed to go, possibly their friend's house, possibly their ball games, or I may have even picked them up, from school a time or two, but, I do remember, I used to, kind of be their chauffeur at times. So, back in, the late 1990s, and may have been, 90s, may have been 1996, 97, somewhere in that nature. Of course, me and Angie and Ellie were cruising around town, and we decided to stop at Goodies. Of course, Goodies, I don't know of any Goodies stores that still exist at this day and age, but back then, Goodies was, a clothing store was a thing, and there, close to the intersection of, Highway 11 and 30, there was, Goodies, and close, I think that's now Burke's Outlet, and it's right by where Lowe's now exist. But back when that was Goodies, of course, that's where me and my twin sisters stopped at, and I think we went we did go in the store. Well, my sisters wanted to do some shopping, but yet, I think maybe me and Angie may have waited in the car, if my memory is triggering, and of course, and here comes Ellie. She was walking in the parking lot, and she was holding these dollar bills, and there was a gust of wind, and that wind blew them dollar bills right out of Angie's hand. Ellie's hand, and Ellie, did, a slightly chase after the money. She ran about, maybe 20 feet and then just stopped and let that money keep blowing in the wind. And then, and then Angie hollers out, "Ellie, get the money." And Ellie said, "I'm not going to run after it." And of course, she comes back to the car, and I was kind of frustrated that Ellie didn't make more effort to run after that money. And I just think I may have, like, said what's on my mind and told Ellie, gosh, you should have made a better effort. You should continue, to chase after that money. And of course, Ellie just simply ran about 20 feet and then stopped and then gave up. And even though Angie hollered out, go get it, and then Ellie reciprocates with, I'm not going after it, and just comes back to the car. And I drove my sisters home, and then I still felt frustrated, and I told, my sisters, I am driving back in town, to look for that money. And then Ellie tells me, Sam, it's going to cost you more than a few dollars to get to town. And I was like, well, that's a waste of money to just let it blow away like that. Then Ellie said, Sam, it's not worth it. So I just went along with it. And I was like, oh, well, why carry on about just a few dollars, anyway? But that still brings about a chuckle. Ellie the wind blowing the money away from Ellie, and then Ellie making little effort to run after it. So, yeah, there's your, comedy for this evening. So, maybe Ellie's memory will stand the test of time with this. Maybe it won't. Other times, it hasn't, clicked. But just wanted to share the nostalgic moment for the giggles, and have a good weekend.